Hi guys, I know it's really unusual for me to do an intro that's not the same day I'm making the soap, but some things have changed and all of the Christmas soaps I have said were going to come out on December 6th, but I have changed my mind. All the soaps are ready to go. Sorry, it's so shaky. I'm holding the camera. So all the soaps are ready to go, and with all the uncertainty with the post office and everything, I decided to go ahead and release them. So all of the soaps are released on Etsy right now if you are interested. Even the ones that I haven't put out the video for, you can go on Etsy and see them and get a scent description. And I will be releasing the videos when I would normally release the videos. So the videos will be coming out regular on schedule, but the soap is already released and I can get them in the mail. I don't think I've ever taken more than 24 hours to get the soap in the mail. What happens once the post office has it? It's not on me. But so if you want the Christmas soaps, go get them right now at Blue Ridge Bubble Works on Etsy. Hi everybody, I'm Jessica and you're watching Blue Ridge Bubble Works. Today we are making the second Christmas soap and I cannot believe I'm making Christmas already. As you can see behind me, my mess on my desk over here, but you can see I still have my window open because while this is November for you, this is early September for me, and it's actually a very nice day out, and so all the windows are open. But anyways, let's get into this because I actually have a timer going over there for something else. So hopefully I can get this all in the mold before my timer goes off. So I just want to tell you, we are using, you could barely read it, it's cinnamon cocoa from Brambleberry. Holy moly. It's all I can do to keep myself from tasting it. This smells absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. It does have a hint of a coffee flavor in there, but it's got the cinnamon and the warm vanillas and all that. Oh, it smells amazing. The problem with it is because of all that vanilla, it is going to turn brown. So I'm making 3 loaves all at once so that I can, part of it is going to be unfragranced. That way I can make it a different color, but most of the soap is going to be brown, and it's going to be called Knitted Cap because it's just so Christmassy and it's going to be cold weather. Okay, so I'm going to use Mocha Brown from Nurture Soap. Come on, focus. There we go. I'm going to use Mocha Brown in most of it just to kind of help the discoloration, make sure it's more uniform. So the unfragranced part is going to be this color. I started to use Blue Tide from Mad Micas and I did not have enough. So I finished it off, rounded it up with Proud Peacock. And honestly, I've got them both sitting in this. I can barely tell, on the camera, you can't even tell a difference. They're so similar that's why I did that. So Mad Micas, Blue Tide, and Proud Peacock from Nurture Soap, pretty much the same color. All right, so I'm going to do this in a way that I did, the last soap I made 3 batches all at the same time, but it was 1, 2, and 3 separate. Probably saw that. If you didn't, go back and check it out. And so I'm going to do something similar to that today. Hopefully it works out as well as it did last time. Let's get started. Okay, as you can see, I have got 3 separate batches right here, and I've got my 3 separate lye waters. And since each batch is going to be a solid color, I'm going to go ahead and just add the mica directly to the oils before I even add the lye water. And it's always so pretty to do this, so. got 1 drop of brown in the blue. Ugh. Oh well, it'll mix in. We'll be good. And now I'm going to start mixing in the lye solution one at a time. All right, that's a nice light trace. I'm going to go ahead, I purposely mixed this one all the way to trace because these two are going to have fragrance oil in them and they will come to trace faster. So these two I'm only going to mix till it's just emulsified, till it emulsion. All right, so those actually kind of thickened up pretty fast. So and it's probably because the oils were cool. They were very cool. So let's just get this all mixed in and make sure that it's not a false trace, because it very well could be, and actually looks like it is. So I'll just hand mix these. Okay, I've got my molds right here, just in case this fragrance oil, I have not added it yet to this brown, just in case the fragrance oil accelerates, because this is already pretty thick and my blue is definitely ready to go. So I'm going to add half of this fragrance oil. Oops, it's hard to grab stuff with gloves on, but always wear your gloves. All right, so I'm going to add half of this fragrance oil. And mix it in and see how it goes. Oh my goodness, it just smells so good. All right, that looks like it's doing really well. It's not, it actually loosened it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to do, we're doing an in the pot swirl. So I'm going to add about half of this blue to this brown, and then I'll do the same thing to the other brown after I get the fragrance oil mixed into that one. All right, let's make a mess, as big a mess as possible in the process, because that's what makes it fun, right? All right, I'm just going to pour. Oh no, it's coming out the back. I put too much soap in here. That is going to be a pretty swirl in there. Hopefully it's not, because it's really thin now. Oh, look at this, it's dripping out the back. Grab some paper towels and get this cleaned up. Okay, so I went ahead and mixed in the fragrance oil to this brown one and let it set for a little bit, because I think the last one was definitely too loose. It's still really loose. I wonder if this one's going to loosen up like that. I mean, it still looks pretty good, so let's go ahead and mix in the teal and pour it into the molds. Okay, so this is definitely really, really runny. You can probably see how loose that is. It's jiggling in there pretty good. So I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit, and then I have something that I rarely do, and that is soap frosting. So like I said, this is way too runny to be putting frosting on now. It would just sink to the bottom and we don't want that. So I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit, then I'll mix up the frosting and we will be back. Okay, so we are back. I've got my soap frosting ready to go over here. And I know that was pretty quick for you guys, but it was about a half hour for me. So let's start right here, and we'll just do these little 3, 2, 1, as Katie Carson always says, 3, 2, 1s. And I'm purposely going to go off to the side. It's all going to sort of lean over because I want it to kind of look like a floppy hat. And then I've got something to put on top of it. Okay, so I was a little worried I wasn't going to have enough, but as you can see from my very poor piping job, this is why I don't do it very often. I'm not that good at it. I think that piped soaps can look great. I've never been able to do it where it looks amazing. So I've got this, I'm going to knock down these little spikes that are sticking up on the edges. The ones on top don't really matter because I have an embed to put on top. And I'm going to try to smush it around a little bit to make it look a little bit more like what I think a cap. Because like I said, the name of it is knitted cap. So I want this to look like a knitted cap. All right, now I've got these super cute little balls. See? And they're made from the same blue. These were actually just blue tied. Now what's inside is a mixture of blue tied and Proud Peacock, but so I'm going to put these right on top. Make sure I follow the marks. I always have a tendency to think that they're too far apart, and I end up not following them, and then it doesn't look right. So. There we go. I'm going to give it a quick spritz of rubbing alcohol because, like I said, my window's open, so it's a little bit humid in here. I'm sure they're going to sweat a little bit, but it'll be okay. And we will be back for the cut.